Hi, my name is Ryan Clark. I am the author of the book College Aid for Middle Class America, Solutions to Paying Wholesale versus Retail. And I'm also the founder and CEO of Clark College Funding. And today I wanted to answer some questions about the Common Application. That's on a lot of students and parents' mind right now. So let's back up, give a quick history, brief history of the Common Application, and then go over some of these questions and answers. So back in 1975, there were 15 private colleges who got together and said, hey, let's standardize this application process. So they created the Common Application. Since 1975, it's grown tremendously. There's over 527 members today. That covers 47 different states. And it's just not private schools now. We have 81 public schools that are involved with the Common Application. And also there are colleges in 7 other countries other than the United States. So it's grown quite a bit. And to talk about the popularity of it, over 723,000 students used the Common Application website last year to submit over 3 million applications. So that is quite a bit. In August 1st of this year, there was a big change. There was a new application. The Common Application spent the last 2 years and over $8 million to create the new application. It looks like it's going to be really, really good. But there are some major changes that I wanted to let you know about. The first major change that I noticed that you should be aware of are the essays and the essay prompts. In the past, there used to be 6 different prompts. Now there are only 5. And one of the most used prompts that people used to use or students used to use was the prompt of topic of your choice. And topic of a choice is just that. You could pick a topic and write about it. So it was very, very popular. But guess what? That's the one that was eliminated. So now you have 5 prompts, and they will tell you exactly what those prompts are. And you can see those prompts if you go to the Common Application today. Also, there is a maximum and minimum to your essays today, the word counts, I mean. The minimum word count is 260. The maximum word count today is 650, so make sure you keep your essay between those minimum and maximum of 260 and 650. Sounds like they're going to be very, very particular about that, so be cognizant of that. All right, let's get into some of the questions that I've been asked over the last few weeks. So I pulled some of the questions that I thought were pertinent and that you would be most interested in. And again, I'd like to thank my wife, Rosie, for writing this out. She did a great job of making it very nice and neat for everyone to see. So my first question that I got asked this week is, can schools see what other colleges you applied to using the Common Application? And I can see why that would be a concern for a lot of students and parents, where they might not want to let another school know that you're applying to a competitor. Yes and no, meaning that the Common Application does not share the information with their members that if you apply to another college or another university. But the colleges are very sneaky, very intelligent, very sophisticated, so they use other tools like the FAFSA form to help them determine the other colleges that you applied to. So it's yes and no. No, the Common Application doesn't share it, but yes, they will eventually find that out. Okay? Question number 2. If I created or started the Common Application before August 1st, is it saved? Well, unfortunately, it is not saved. Every year, the Common Application in July takes all the applications, all the information in their database, and they eliminate it. So if you started your information, you started your application, you're a go-getter, you did this in June, July, unfortunately, I hope you made a hard copy because it is gone. Okay? Question number 3, if I make a mistake, can I delete or start a new account? Well, in the past, I can see why this would be a big concern, because in the past, the program itself is very hard, not as user-friendly to go in and edit your information, to edit your essays, to edit your application. But it looks like on the new application, the new one that started on August 1st of this year, is much, much easier. So you do not want to ask to delete your account, number 1, because they will not delete your account. So even if you call them and said, hey, will you delete my account? I want it deleted, they won't do it. So you'll have to wait till the next July, and they will delete your account at that time. Please, please, please do not start a second account, okay? because that can lead to confusion, especially from the college's point of view when they're receiving your common applications. If they receive two, one might not be complete, one might be complete, so there might be some confusion there. So do not try to start a second account. Right. Number 4, how many letters of recommendation are allowed? Well, allowed meaning it depends up to the colleges and if they want a letter of recommendation or not. Some colleges, and a lot of colleges, to be honest with you, do not require letters of recommendation. So if they do not require letters of recommendation, then you don't need to submit any letters of recommendation. But if they say, hey, yes, we would like for you to supply 3 letters of recommendation, then that's what you need to supply. Okay? And here's how the process works. Once you get into the Common Application Program, you have your account ready and you start filling out your information, you'll get to the letter of recommendation area. And this leads me to the next question, by the way. It'll ask you, do you want to waive your FERPA rights before you send out the invitations to whoever your recommenders are? Okay, so the next question is, should I waive my right under the FERPA to review my letters of recommendation? Okay, so some students say, yes, I would love to review the letters of recommendation before they're sent out because I want to see what these teachers are saying. I want to see what these guidance counselors are saying about me before it's sent to the colleges, right? And you do have that right, but let me explain your rights. Your rights are, as a student, is yes, you can review your letters of recommendation, but not before they are submitted to the colleges. The time you can review your letters of recommendation is after you started a secondary education, so after you started college, and if those colleges actually saved those letters of recommendation, which is probably not the case. That is your right. So after you're in college and after the colleges have saved your letters of recommendation, that is your right. You do not have the right, again, not to repeat myself, but you do not have the right to look at and review your letters of recommendation before it is submitted to the colleges. So what is my suggestion here is, yes, waive your right. Say, yes, you know what, I picked really good teachers and I picked good guidance counselors or whoever my recommenders are. Just make sure you pick really good recommenders so you know they're going to write a wonderful, wonderful essay for you. And the colleges like that too, because if you do not waive your right, they may, and I say may, not even take your letters of recommendation, or they may not even review it because they might think that since you did not waive your right, you might want to go back and read it, and so the letters of recommendation might not be candid or truthful. Okay? So my suggestion, yes, waive that right, and then go ahead and send those recommenders your invitation for the letters of recommendation. But once you waive that right, you can't go back and change it. Okay, that's it. Right. Last question. How are transcripts submitted using the Common Application? Well, a lot of colleges, a lot of high schools now have gotten really sophisticated, and some colleges have the Naviance program, and they allow the colleges, the guidance counselors, the high schools the high schools and the guidance counselors to actually upload your transcript to your online Common Application, which is really, really neat. So let's say you're in the middle of an application and you sent out a request for a letter of recommendation, and you sent out a request to the guidance department to upload your transcript for this particular college. So the high school goes in and uploads your transcript, and the letter of recommendation is already written and it's submitted as well. But that information is not submitted to the colleges yet. What happens is that the college, the application itself is just kind of put on hold until you complete your part. And once all the parts are completed, meaning you've completed all your steps for the applications, we have all the letters of recommendation, we have the transcripts, when everything's complete, then it is sent to the colleges. So it's kind of held until all the other steps are completed. So hopefully that makes sense. So these were some questions that were asked me. Hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have any more questions about the Common Application or just college planning in general, feel free to make some comments or email me, and I'll love to answer those. So thank you very much. Let's make college a affordable reality for every family, and I look forward to speaking with you on the other side. Bye-bye.